Hey guys, Kimise, I'm back. It's September 11th. Wow, Sunday, September 11th. I just noticed that. It's been like all day. This is like really late when I'm recording this, and I know if you're waiting for it to pop out, it's going to pop out just before the day's over. But amazing, amazing, amazing. Hey, thank you so much for tuning into this week's vlog. I hope you guys are having a great day. Just a reminder, this is just a weekly log of things that are going on, things of how I feel, how things have been going, and I just wanted to share a little bit about me again. Like I've been doing for the last few weeks, I've been really enjoying the comments and the feedback, guys. So thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate that. So let's just start off, guys. New subs, CS Pro 5000. Thank you so much. That's a quick shout out since the last time we did a sub shout down. Now, just a reminder, guys, if you've recently subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If I didn't shout out your name, it's because YouTube doesn't tell me that you subscribed unless you have a open viewer thing. Yes. So if you want to if you want me to give you a shout out, shoot me a comment there in one of the videos, and I'll make sure that you get shout out this week, either here or next Sunday, one of my next vlog. But thank you so much for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, hey, there's still time. Hit it, move on, let's go. So, hey. So just to catch up, no big news this last week with King's Isle stuff. In fact, I'll tell you what, it was a rough week, and I'll share more about that later. But the good news is that Novus is coming. I don't know if I mentioned this the last video. I can't remember whether it popped up or not, but I'm pretty excited. Brand new world, and it's going to be this fall, so I'm really excited. Can't wait to see how they take the storyline for what they've been developing with first Caramel, then Lemuria, and where it takes us and how it deals with the whole meta thing that's been going on with design and everything. So I'm pretty excited about what it's going to look like. I love the whole Kathmandu thing because I think Kathmandu is part of a current world, could be a part of Mushu for all we know, and might not be. I mean, I don't know. But could be not a separate world, but could be. And they're seeing this Novus take form up in the sky, which kind of lines up with kind of like the way Lemuria ended, with that new world starting to form from the world synthesizer and everything. So, I mean, who knows how it turns out, but I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, looking forward to that. Minecraft, I got one video out this week, and next video I'm going to go ahead and get out this week, and we're basically going to go ahead and hit some of the different parts of the world that some of the people on the server have been building, because I want to show you some of the really cool builds out there. And honestly, I just haven't had a chance to grind out some more building on my area. So we'll get that out. Thank you everybody who's taken a moment to watch the Minecraft video. Those were the videos I started this channel with, and I know that most of my views come from you awesome King's Isle people, Wizard 101 fans, Pirate 101 fans. Thank you for your support. But I love my Minecraft, and I'm going to keep plugging away at it, and hopefully I'll be able to do some other stuff with some other people. So if you're a Minecraft content maker and you want to do something, let me know. It's always a lot more fun to play with others and to work with others, and maybe that's just the next step I need to go. Anyways, I haven't decided yet, but hey, if you happen to have a connection there and there's something you want to suggest, throw it out at me. I'd love to hear. I've been teasing about this series for a few weeks and I haven't gotten to it, so I apologize deeply. This week I think I've got to work on my work home schedule that I'm trying to get into place. Last week it just didn't quite go together, especially 2 days last week I had a terrible headache. I'll talk a little more about that, but it didn't quite come together. So hopefully we'll be seeing that first video come out this week. I just want to make sure it's good, something different, and it's something hopefully that you guys will enjoy as well. So I'll let you know if you see it come up. Check it out. If not, just know the week was rougher than I thought it was going to be. Okay, well, anyways, so what do I want to talk about this week? What's been kind of going on? Because it was definitely not the week I thought it was going to be. I'll tell you what, after last Sunday, I was pretty positive about stuff. I recorded that a little bit earlier. I went to go see my daughter. She lives a couple hours away. She's an engineer, and I love talking to her. I was like talking and talking and talking. As you probably noticed, I can get on a tangent if I'm not careful. And I stopped myself. Oh, you guys don't want to hear me talk about that. What's been going on with you guys? She just looked at me, and she's so sweet. She goes, "Dad, I like to hear you talk." Daughters are probably the best thing in the world. If you're a daughter, realize that I guarantee your dad probably thinks almost the same exact thing that I think of, because my daughters are so incredible and they are so awesome, and I hope they remember that, you know. But anyway, she made me feel really good. But unfortunately, after that, my weekend kind of went downhill. And let me tell you about that. So, you know, after I got home, and more Monday, because Monday was Labor Day, but I used that as a work day to try to get ready for school and everything. And I don't know what was going on, but I really felt behind. I felt really behind in all the stuff that I needed to get done, and I felt like it really wasn't coming together. You know, the lesson plans weren't coming together. The lessons I want to have done weren't coming together. I'll tell you what, everything technology wise, because, you know, I use a lot of computers, we use online grading systems. Everything's different from my old district, and everything that could go wrong in those systems as I was trying to put stuff together and trying to take care of things and trying to create content for my students and stuff was just not working. It was just falling apart. And I know everybody who's listening to this can say, "Yeah, I've had that day where the program or the computer just doesn't do what it's supposed to do, or you get restricted from something you can't get a hold of, or a program doesn't work, or something keeps crashing." Like, one of the reasons why this video is a little bit later than I expected is I updated my video editing software a couple days, well, yesterday, day before, anyways, and I had trouble getting it to load up today, so I had to put that to the side for a little bit while I got other stuff taken. Oh, technology. You either really love it or it's just the biggest headache in the world sometimes. I know a lot of you guys know what I'm thinking. But anyways, everything conspired last Monday just to start falling apart. And gosh, it just created so much anxiety on Monday. It really did. Much more than I expected. I was like beating myself up, like, maybe I shouldn't have taken that day to go up and visit my daughter. I had so much work to get done. Um, you know, I guess I've been so stressed. And usually a sign that I've been overly stressed is I sleep in. Like, for instance, Saturday I slept in till noon. Then Sunday I slept in till 10 and left to go visit my daughter 2 hours later than I expected to, you know. And even that Monday morning I slept in. So I felt like I didn't have the time, and I wasn't getting it done. I was so stressed. Have you ever felt like that? Like you lost so much time and you're just behind the eight ball, and you just don't know if you can do it. And that's where I was. My anxiety was so peaked, and because my sleep schedule was off for a few days, you know, I felt like I wasn't going to be able to get the rest that I need. So I was going to be able to wake up Tuesday morning and be ready to go and be positive for my students. And it was hard. You know, I tried going to sleep 3 times, and I know I didn't sleep. I know I just laid there forever on Monday night. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, I went into Tuesday pretty beat up. Pretty beat up. I mean, I had my work done, I had all my stuff for the school days taken care of and everything, but it took a toll, you know, and you know what? I just breathed. I slept what I could. I woke up next morning. I drove to work. I got there. I got my stuff ready for the morning. Printed out what I needed to print out for my students. And you know what, guys? My students were so good. I'll tell you what. When I made a change to go from junior high to high school, um, I was really hoping that, you know, it'd be a different experience. And I can't say enough how much of a good experience it's been. You know, yeah, you know, you got a couple guys that don't want to do work or turn in stuff like that, and that's okay. I mean, let's be honest with you, they're juniors and seniors. Um, it matters, you know. So I mean, they've got to make that choice, and I can communicate that choice to them, and I'm hoping they make a good choice so that they can get the grades that they need and that they're successful. But um, anyways, they were so good. I mean, they were patient. They had good questions. We were able to get through the material well. I felt like I chose the material effectively so that they could work through what they needed to work through, and it was good. And I was very thankful. You know, I was very thankful for where I was working in this new district, even though it feels very stressful sometimes because I put a lot of stress on myself. And it was great, you know. And then I got to talk with my colleagues, and you know, when you're in the trenches with somebody, sometimes the people that you work with really help you get through that. And you know what? all the things I built up in my head, it didn't turn out that way. In fact, I was able to get together with my partner teacher who teaches the rest of the sections of astronomy, and we're able to line out some stuff for her to do. So I didn't feel like I was doing all of that and all my own physics stuff together, because that's a lot of work to get ready for each week, especially when it's new material and you're trying to come up with a great experience for the kids so that they'll effectively learn. And you know what? By the end of Tuesday, I felt good. I felt like, yes, I can do this. And even though the rest of the week didn't turn out as great as it could have been, like for instance, I had a headache for 2 days. For Thursday and Friday, I had headaches all day. And I basically just came home, went to bed, and slept. The week turned out really good. I mean, the students were positive. I just finished grading a whole bunch of stuff. And although we have a long way to go in some things, especially in my astronomy class, as far as them understanding just how deep they need to be able to explain what we're going over. My physics students were getting a lot out of it, and I was looking over like the first test again today that I got to give them, that I'm going to give them this week, and I really feel like they can do it. I feel like all my physics students will be able to look at those questions and be able to figure it out. So we're going to do a couple of review days this week, and I'm stoked about it. But I guess what I really want to say, guys, is that part of my problem is I stress myself out because I guess I would consider myself a high performer. I want to do the very best job in what I do. And I work really hard. And I put a lot of stress on myself to do that, to want my students to walk in and have a great experience, to have a place where they can learn. And I had to remind myself that it's okay. Some of the stuff that I do isn't perfect. Sometimes I just got to make a choice and go with it. Because even if it's not perfect, I'm going to learn what went well and what didn't go well. I might be surprised sometimes that what I didn't think was great turned out to be fantastic. I know this week the activities worked out really, really well, even though they weren't as polished as I'd want them to be. And I just got to and I really had to sit back and remind myself it's gonna be okay. You know, sometimes you just need to take it one day at a time, and that's what I did. Is I got my lesson plans done, but I didn't. But I had to tweak those activities a little bit each day for the next day, as opposed to having them all ready for the whole week. And it helped me remind myself that yes, I'm doing a good job. I'm getting it done, and I can take care of it. And you know what? You got to remind yourself about that sometimes. I know some of you guys put a lot of stress on yourselves, and you worry a lot about things, and I understand that. I mean, I had a week, and I'm usually pretty good about looking at the positive side of things, but boy, I beat myself up really hard at the beginning of the week. But you know what? I stopped and I looked at what went well, and I reminded myself it's going to be okay. And you know what? Sometimes you need to do that too. You need to stop and you need to remind yourself it's going to be okay. What are the good things going on around you? What are the positive things going on? What have you done successfully? Okay? And you can only do it one bit at a time. Guys, thank you for listening to me. I hope you guys have a great week. I know my week's already starting off 10 times better than it did last week, and I cannot wait to get into my classroom this week. So let me know in a comment, guys, how you think, how you've been feeling. I'd love to hear how you guys are feeling. If you can, hit that like button, hit that sub button. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Until next week, guys, it's Kimise. Have a great week. Catch you later. Bye-bye.